what is the real role of an Amazon PPC account manager? So I like how you put it, the real role of an Amazon PPC account manager. Whenever I'm hearing this type of questions, I like to make sure that I'm zooming out for clarity so I understand the question. So right now you're asking, what is the real role of an Amazon PPC account manager? Keep in mind that just like with any stages of skills level and expertise level, Amazon PPC account manager technically can be someone who is just branded that way, Amazon PPC account manager. Now they might brand themselves as Amazon strategist, Amazon scaling expert, Amazon expert itself. So there are multiple things that you might hear when it comes down to Amazon account manager. Now, when I am looking at this, I'm looking at as a role, as a position. Let's say if this is a position in Scaleway, I'm going to look into, okay, so what are the skills needed for this position? And if you're asking Amazon PPC account manager, here it can be 3 different levels skills, right? So the first one, it can be junior. And this is someone who is not yet specialized in Amazon ads. Maybe they are just learning Amazon ads. Maybe this is a data entry type of job, like they're taking screenshots, they are gathering reports, they are doing all those not judgmental related tasks. So that could be one role, right? And in that case, Amazon PPC account manager in the senior position, they might be just doing that, gathering data, creating reports, or following strictly closely SOPs that we created internally. So we know exactly that is the way how things are being done, right? So we require not lots of judgment or not lots of strategy. So are you with me? So that is the junior role. Now, an intermediate Amazon PPC account manager in this case could be someone who already understands how SOPs work, who already proven that they can think of once that they are gathering data and now they understand how to put the puzzle pieces together, right? So let's say if a junior is gathering all the data and it's showing all the data and like, hey, this is where we are right now. What is the next step to make? Then they are going to be able to answer that. Now, the highest tier is going to be an Amazon Ads strategist. And while they are also an Amazon PPC account manager, the strategist is going to be someone who sees 3 to 5 to 10 steps ahead. And they know, okay, so this is where our goal is and where we want to bring the business to make sure that it's what we call success. And then they're working backwards to how do we achieve that. Example, this is a person that would be then understanding what are the reports that were gathered from the junior. This is the person who would be understanding, okay, on the intermediate level, what are the judgments calls that were taken. And this is the person, for example, who could be someone who is looking through, all right, so if we want to achieve XYZ goal by end of quarter, then these are the steps that we should be taking this month, these weeks, and now today, right? So this is not necessarily such hands-on type of role, but it's going to be, okay, it's a reporting role rather, right? So I'm going to report to you. I'm going to showcase, okay, where we are right now, and they are going to take the next steps or next decisions to see if we are still on track, if we are off track, or if we're ahead of our goals. So when you're asking what is the real role of an Amazon PPC manager, for me, it's going to be really important to understand at what stage is this manager, because if I don't understand the stage that they're currently in, I might be asking things from them that are not relevant, right? So in this case, assuming you hired an Amazon ads agency and you're asking, okay, so what is your role? Their role might be something that is on a junior level that anyhow needs to be gathered, which is data gathering, reporting, and then making sure that you are always just tracking everything, tracking even buy box issues, tracking even if the listings are still active or not, right? So those are going to be the basics. And then the intermediate and strategist level, you will see if they're also offering that. Now, I hope that I answered the question, but when it comes down to real role, I think it's going to be really important for you, especially if you're hiring an agency, from that point of view to know, okay, please let me understand what is your role? How are you going to help besides just the reports, besides just like being busy, right? So are you going to be able to help me actively achieve the goals, or is this service only? And I am not saying this in a judgmental way. I'm saying it from the point of view that I also, on my end, hired different people who were like, oh, help me with for example, help me with my Facebook ads. And I was like, oh, and I'm thinking to do strategy and so on. I'm like, no, I'm just generating this it's just a service. So it's not going to be one-on-one, and that's going to be all those things. So now thinking back, hey, this is exactly with whenever you would hire anyone, right? So coming back to this, really just look into, okay, ask more questions when it comes down to role of the person or the account manager. The basics, I think it should be bid management, reporting, and also keeping an eye on anything that's going on an account, making sure that the account is healthy. So no suspensions. You always have the buy box. That is really the minimum.